Mr. Chair, mabuti at nauungkat na natin talaga na ganito pala yung mga iskema na nangyari noong nakarang administrasyon. In fact, nandiyan pa yung mga pulis mismo na sila yung pumapatay doon sa mga kabataan natin. Tapos may mga indicators nga as mentioned sa mga press conferences na pinanggamit para bayaran yung mga pulis, para gawin yung mga patayan ay pogo money pa.
Before we move on to the next agenda, allow me to recognize the presence of Representative Patrick Michael D. Vargas and Representative Ray Reyes. Welcome to the Quadcom committee hearing. The next agenda are allow the chair to enumerate the measures referred to these joint committees. Number one, the privileged speech delivered by our Senior Deputy Speaker Dong Gonzales, delivered in plenary on August 5, 2024. Number two is House Resolution number 1346, authored by Reps Aurelio D. Gonzales and Robert A. Barbers. Number three, House Resolution number 1351, authored by Rep. Jefferson F. Konghun. House Resolution number 14, authored by Rep. Raul Daniel A. Manuel. House Resolution number 1847, authored by Reps. Arlene Brosas, Franz Castro, and Raul Daniel Manuel. And privileged speech of Representative Franz Castro on the alleged extrajudicial killings committed during the Duterte administration, delivered in plenary on November 8, 2023. Motu proprio inquiry on the proliferation of criminal activities and unlawful acts linked to POGO or POGOs, which was previously conducted by the Committee on Public Order and Safety and the Committee on Games and Amusement. And the motu proprio inquiry on the alleged irregularities in the procurement process and unlawful contracts entered into by the Municipality of Mexico, Pampanga in violation of relevant auditing, procurement, and other laws, which was previously conducted by the Committee on Public Accounts. And House Resolution number... No, it's a motu proprio inquiry.
Yeah.
So, the Quadcom likewise authorizes the chairman of the Committee on Public Accounts to file a resolution to conduct an inquiry into the alleged irregularities in the procurement process, unlawful contracts, and real property transactions entered into by the Municipality of Mexico, Pampanga, in violation of relevant auditing, procurement, and local government laws. And likewise render a report thereto on the identified issues that will be tackled by the Quadcom.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you for that, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Chairman Paduano.
Mr.
Yes,
Chair.
Congressman Lara.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Parliamentary inquiry lang po, if I may.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Before that, Mr. Chair, nagpapasalamat ako na naging bahagi din ako ng pagdinig na ito. And of course, commending our speaker, our beloved Speaker Martin Romualdez, for forming this historic quad committee headed by Chairman Barbers. Sir, I filed House Resolution 166 investigating in aid of legislation the search of Chinese students in the HEIs in our province. Of course, this HR is also the privileged speech of Chairman Abante referred to the Justice Committee. And dito sa mga pagdinig ng joint ng drugs and other committees po, ay narinig ko din na intertwined yung issue namin. We had one hearing with Chairman Yoyet Ferrer. At on that meeting, nagkaroon kami ng executive meeting at lumabas po dito no, yung mga issues na tinatalakay din po natin dito sa apat po na committee. If I may ask, Mr. Chair, could it be possible also that said HR 166 and the HR of Kong Ino D, the proliferation of the acquisition of private lands in the province of Isabela, na po, as mentioned to me, kung posible po na makasama din dito sa ating
Yes,
pagdinig sa Quad.
Thank you, Congressman Lara. Would you know which committee was it referred to?
It was referred, my HR 1666 was referred to Justice Committee, and I've already asked Congressman or Chairman Yoyet Ferrer if it could be possible to refer it to the Quad, and she answered that she is very much willing to yield to the committee, Mr.
Thank
Chair.
you, Congressman Lara. We will now ask the committee secretariat to ask the Committee on Rules to initiate a change of referral in the plenary in order that we will not violate any provision of the rules of the 19th Congress. But rest assured, Congressman Lara, that the issue, which we all believe is intertwined in the same issue that we're going to tackle in the Quadcom, your resolution will likewise be considered.
Yes, Mr. Chair, kasi yung issue sa BI na pumunta doon at yung pumasok ng estudyante, tourist, naging estudyante, ngayon po na nabubulabog o na-stop ang pogo, it might happen po na itong lahat na ito ay doon na magiging entry point. So, very clear lang po ito, kaya ako din po hinihingi sa inyong consideration po,
Okay,
Mr. Chair.
The committee secretariat is directed to coordinate with the Committee on Rules as to the request for change of referral of House Resolution number 1666.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much.
Mr. Chair.
Chairman, just a short manifestation. The resolution that was filed by Congressman Jojo Lara has been already tackled in the Committee on Justice. We have one hearing. Unfortunately, hindi natuloy yung hearing, no? Supposedly, yung second hearing should be scheduled after that executive's session. Nag-executive session tayo, di ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
In regards to your House Reso. Now, since siguro na-miss out lang, but of course, sabi nga ni Chairman, we're now directing the COMSEC to coordinate with the Committee on Rules, no, for a change of referral. But of course, we have also to send official communication also to the chairman of the Committee on Justice, no, para at least alam niya.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
At least official.
Just to echo yung sinabi ni na SDS kanina, to save time and resources of courts to come up with the immediate resolution of this HR, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman
Mr. Chair.
Paduano. Yes,
Yeah,
Congressman Joe.
Parliament. Also, similar request, Mr. Chair. This representation also filed the House Resolution number 1802 to probe on the proliferation of birth certificates and falsified passports of foreign nationals. This actually, Mr. Chairs, brought about by the ongoing investigation, partly of the Committee on Public Accounts, Mr. Chair. So this representation felt that there is a dedicated and separate investigation on the proliferation of fake birth certificates and fake passports. Remember, a couple of weeks ago, Mr. Chair, there were, according to NBI, 200 plus falsified passports that were granted, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Chairs, in Davao City or in Davao del Sur, rather, Mr. Chair. So we filed that resolution, Mr. Chair, and similar to the request of Congressman Lara, since I believe this investigation primarily touches on the issue of also POGO operation, because it is
well connected with the issue of illegal transnational crimes and illegal operation of the POGO, vis-a-vis the falsification, the proliferation of birth certificates. I would also appeal, Mr. Chairs, that because this resolution has already been referred to, I think, Committee on Local Governments and Committee of Justice, if we can also do similar requests to the Committee on Rules to re-refer this, Mr. Chair, to this particular committee, maybe that would also widen the scope of this current investigation done by these 4 separate committees, Mr. Chair.
Are you the author of the
Yes.
said resolution, Congressman Jong?
That is correct, Mr. Chair. I'm the
Okay.
author of House Resolution number 1802.
Okay, just like the decision of the chair that directing the committee secretariat to coordinate with the Committee on Rules with respect to the change of referrals of both your resolution. But may we ask the authors of the said resolution to please write a letter to the authors to where to the chairperson to where your resolutions were initially referred, so that they can use that letter to be their basis for a change of referral, and we will not violate any provision of our rules.
We will do that, Mr. Chair. Thank you po.
Okay,
Maraming
thank you.
salamat.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Congresswoman Castro.
this is just a manifestation, Mr. Chair, and I know naman this Quadcom would like to have this accountability, no? As regard to the EJK, etong POGO, atrocities, at iba pa. While we are talking about extrajudicial killings about the dangerous drugs, imamanifest ko lang din, Mr. Chair, pero this is for your perusal, for your action, the Quadcom, to refer it to the rules. Dahil, Mr. Chair, related sa extrajudicial killings, yung mga patayang naganap sa panahon ni President Duterte tungkol doon sa mga aktivistang mga pinatay. At ang dami niyan at naka-refer yan sa Committee on Public Order and Safety. At alam namin, Mr. Chair, sa Makabayan, related din ito sa human rights violations. Mr. Chair, since the 18th Congress, we have been submitting several House resolutions about the extrajudicial killings of activists, individual din na nadamay, no, doon sa mga operations ng PNP, ng AFP, Mr. Chair, sa panahon ni Duterte. So can you, Mr. Chair, can you take cognizance then so that this could be referred to the rules for proper action, Mr. Chair?
Thank you, Congresswoman Castro. Yes, of course, the committee will take cognizance of all the measures, privilege speeches, House resolutions that will be referred to this Quadcom. In the meantime, since most of these House resolutions have already been referred to a different committee, may we likewise ask the authors of the said speeches and resolutions to write to the chairperson of the committees to where your resolutions were referred initially, so that we will not violate any provision of our rules before a change of referral will be done, because this would require a plenary action, Your Honors. So I hope we can do that as soon as possible, so that the committee, the Quadcom, can immediately take cognizance of all these resolutions.
Chairman.
Chairman, if I may, no?
Okay,
Because that is
Congressman Fernandez,
yes,
and then Congressman...
it was mentioned by Congresswoman Franz Castro that it was referred to Committee on Public Order and Safety. And I believe it was already tackled on the first nasa second reading na ba yan, or ano? Have we discussed that in the Committee on Public Order?
Wala pa, Mr. Chair, yung mga EJK,
And,
human rights violations ng mga pagpatay sa mga activists. So nirefer sana namin ito sa human rights, pero it was referred to your your
Okay.
committee, Mr. Chair.
I
Wala
got it
pa.
now.
Wala pa
Yes.
tayong nadidiscuss
Alright.
ever.
So the best thing to do is the recommendation of the chairman to change the referral of the subject resolutions. I think that was dalawang resolution nata yan that was filed. Isang resolution at isang House bill, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to check with the COMSEC, and then the right action will be the one that was discussed by the chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you, Congressman Fernandez. Congressman Paduano.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I saw Congressman Inudi a while ago, but he's not here. But anyway, Mr. Chairman, there's also a privileged speech by Congressman Inudi with regards to Chinese national also in Isabela. And it was referred to the Committee on Justice. And well, in fact, nakapag-isang hearing na rin sila. So, Mr. Chairman, can we direct the COMSEC also to coordinate with the Congressman Inudi at the same time for the change of referral to this committee, Mr. Chairman? Thank you.
Yes, Chairman Paduano, the committee secretariat is likewise directed to coordinate with the Committee on Rules and the authors to where these resolutions were referred initially, as well as the privileged speeches that were also referred to the different chairpersons. So, in order for us not to violate any rules that we have agreed and adopted in this 19th Congress, COMSEC, you are directed to coordinate with the Committee on Rules with respect to the change of referrals of all these speeches and resolutions.
Okay, Mr. Chair,
Yes,
may I also
Congressman
say something?
Manuel.
Yes, Mr. Chair, konting remarks lang as author of several of the measures referred to this joint committee, ang Quadcom po natin. Yours truly is an author of House Resolution number 14, ang pag-investigate po dun sa mga EJKs under the War on Drugs. House Resolution 1847 na nagsisik din ng pagbubuo ng joint committee. Tsaka meron din po tayong House Bill 10525 na bill po natin na gusto ding iban ang mga pogo. Tayo din po ay member ng 3 out of the 4 committees sa Public Order and Safety, Human Rights, tsaka sa Dangerous Drugs. And at first, Mr. Chair, nung una nga talaga, ang initial na perception ng mga kababayan natin ay hiwa-hiwala yung mga issue na ito. Usapin ng pogo, yung sa drug war killings. At ngayon, Mr. Chair, mabuti at nauungkat na natin talaga na ganito pala yung mga iskema na nangyari noong nakarang administrasyon. In fact, nandiyan pa yung mga pulis mismo na sila yung pumapatay doon sa mga kabataan natin. Tapos may mga indicators nga as mentioned sa mga press conferences na pinanggamit para bayaran yung mga pulis, para gawin yung mga patayan ay pogo money pa. Tapos may mga personalities ng past administration na involved naman pala sa illegal drug trade at andyan pa yung mga unlawful transactions to make all this possible. Ibig sabihin, Mr. Chair, kung meron tayong ilang mga gusto talaga nating maungkat dito, yung una, yung pagiging peke. No? Kailangan nating peke yung drug war ng past administration. Ginamit ito, yung pagpatay sa mga mahihira bilang cover-up na yung nangyayari palang drug war ay war laban dun sa mga kalaban sa ibang nasa ibang linya ng drug trade. Ganun pala yung naging iskema, kaya hindi natin talaga natumbok yung mga big names dun sa drug war. Sunod, Mr. Chair, common yung role ng police sa lahat ng mga ito. Kaya naman, in these grand, horrible schemes, kailangan yung mga top police officials ng past administration dapat ay dumalo. Kaya Mr. Chair, standing, I believe, yung invitation natin kay former PNP Chief and Senator Bato de la Rosa to answer questions. Mr. Chair, in terms of interparliamentary courtesy na gusto niyang i-invoke para hindi siya dumalo dito, we would like to inform him na merong president na ang isang member ng House of Representatives nga ay pumunta mismo sa Senado nung maimbitahan, former Kabataan Party List Representative Sara Ilago, dumating sa isang investigation. Which means, kung ang isang member ng House ay nakakapunta sa Senado to attend investigations, what exempts a senator na pumunta dito sa atin para din sumagot sa ating mga tanong. Pero ang ginagawa niya, Mr. Chair, kung ano-anong mga diversions, he even uses the platform of the Senate at pati yung resources ng taong bayan, Mr. Chair, for his diversions habang hindi siya dumadalo dito. Kaya, if he truly cares about Filipino families, if he truly cares about the welfare of young people, dapat umattend siya, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair. So, clarify lang po natin na dahil ang invitation sa kanya ay galing sa Committee on Human Rights, I would like to clarify kung standing pa rin po ba na nung binuo na natin itong Quadcom, ang invitation sa kanya ay nandyan pa rin. Yan lang, Mr. Chair, for clarification.
Okay, thank you for that lengthy manifestation, Congressman Manuel. Answering your question tungkol dun sa standing invitation, yes, the committee recognizes that one of the member of the Quadcom has invited former Chief PNP and now Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa in one of the committee hearings of the Committee on Human Rights. And since all the activities and rulings of the chair of the Committee on Human Rights has now been forwarded to the Quadcom, we will take cognizance of the actions taken by the committee chair. And to answer your query, yes, the invitation still stands. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, Congressman Fernandez.
I think there are certain issues that we need to be clarified because we have different separate committees. And different separate committees have already manifested their intention to elevate some certain issues of the different committees. I, for one, have elevated the issues of POGOs concerning a lot of things. And if I may, Mr. Chair, to elevate also the issue of the order of contempt and the detention of one of the resource speaker to be elevated on this Quadcom. But unfortunately, it was, no, not unfortunately, but it was moved by one of the members of the committee to continue the discussion of the POGO in relation to some, what do you call that, parochial issues, which is not in relation to the Quadcom, to the issue that will be discussed in the Quadcom. So certainly, Mr. Chairman, there are issues that we need to elevate, but there are those that need to stay on the separate committees. I think the good chairman of the public accounts have the same kind of issue in relation to some pertinent issues that should remain on the Committee on Public Accounts. Same thing with the Committee on Public Order. So, with that, Mr. Chairman, I'm elevating the issue of the contempt order on the person of certain Ronaline Baterna in the Quadcom Committee.
Thank you, Congressman Dan Fernandez. Your manifestation is likewise noted. And now the Quadcom takes cognizance of the action of the chair of the Committee on Public Order and Safety, most specifically the contempt orders and the detention of a certain resource person in his committee. So,
Mr. Chair, another short question.
okay. Is this a question?
Yeah. Kasi ano lang to continuing sa mga invitation namin sa AJK sa HR.
Okay.
Dahil, Mr. Chair, kahit naman nasa POGO kahit sa POGO, isa lang yung responsible dito na nagbigay ng policy. Kahit sa AJK ng mga sa ating mga AJK sa sa dangerous drugs ay isa lang din yung tinutukoy na responsible. So, are we going to extend also our invitation to President Duterte since he is not already the president and he should answer the queries that we are going to make from him, di ba? Kasi si Senator Bato, so meron tayong invitation, and kung mayroong parliamentary courtesy, what would be the attitude of this Quadcom regarding President Duterte, Mr. Chair?
Okay, thank you, Congresswoman Castro. The invitation sent by the chair of the Committee on Human Rights in the last committee hearing they had still stands. As I mentioned earlier, whatever actions and rulings made by the chair in relation to the issue that the Quadcom will be tackling still stands. And meaning the invitation is still extended to the former president.
Mr. Chair, follow up. What if hindi siya pumunta? Anong gagawin natin? Kung hindi siya pupunta, ano po yung gagawin natin?
Well,
Are we going to have, like yung, syempre, yung rules natin, like yung, bibigyan natin ng show cause order, contempt, are we going to use that procedure, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair, can I interject, Mr. Chair?
Okay.
Before we answer siguro all the questions, I think we have to approve the ground rules first of the Quad Committee bago po natin may sagot yung mga imbitahin, what are we going to do.
Okay. If the Congresswoman Castro would allow the chair to go on first with the agenda for today's hearing, as requested by our Vice Chair, Congressman Fuentebella. But let me just answer the question raised by Congresswoman Castro. You know, the House of Representatives respects and gives due courtesy to a co-member, a co-legislative body member, meaning whether he's a senator or a congressman, the tradition of interparliamentary courtesy exists, and the committee wishes to recognize that. Sa invitation sa ating former president, it is up to the former president if he refuses to attend. Again, anybody for that matter that we wish to invite will likewise be extended courtesy. Of course, as to the next action after the courtesy is extended, then the committee must rule and approve whatever actions we wish to take. In other words, for the Senator Bato and the former president, courtesy, and in deference to the former president, he should be given likewise courtesy. As to the next action, then we will have to decide on it when we come to that point. Now, since there are no more...
If I may, Mr.
Okay,
Chairman.
please.
And as a-
Congressman Fernandez.
And as a matter of courtesy to those personalities, we have to consider a lot of things as well. There are a lot of options that can be considered. And as a matter of fact, before going to the proper procedure of trying to have a issue a show cause order or a subpoena, we deem it right that with the approval of the body that we need to have a lot of options. And along the way, we will find one without hurting yung relationship, no? But of course, at the end of the day, it is the member who will move for the invitation to those personalities. So, let's exhaust muna yung possibilities that mag-explain din sila. For example, if they write a letter explaining the reasons, then the body can consider a lot of things. So, most likely, we will cross it when we reach it.
Okay, thank you, Congressman Fernandez. The next part of our agenda is the presentation and approval of the ground rules on the conduct of meetings of the Quadcom. All the members have been furnished a copy of the ground rules. If you have any comments or amendments to the said ground rules, please ask the chair to recognize you.
Mr. Chair,
Congresswoman Luistro.
may I respectfully propose that we include by way of amendment in the paragraph for conduct of meetings, 4, conduct of meetings. First paragraph, last sentence. A member of a committee who is also a member of another committee shall have a right to vote in each of the committee which such member is a member. That is to give clarity, Mr. Chair, to the preceding sentence that there will be, each committee must meet the quorum and voting requirements under the House rules and shall act separately on any matter, motion, or issue before it. Mr. Chair.
Okay, is that a motion, Congresswoman Luistro?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, there is a motion to amend number 4, item number 4 in the ground rules, and to be amended as stated by Congresswoman Luistro. Are there any objections?
Second.
There is a second. Hearing no objections, the motion is adopted. The rule number 4 is hereby amended. Anything else? Any amendment from any member? Any proposal?
Mr. Chair,
Congresswoman Luistro?
if there is no other member of the Quadcom who wishes to move for amendment or revision of the ground rules, it is the intention of this representation to move for the approval of the ground rules.
Second.
Okay, there is a motion for the approval of the ground rules set by the Quadcom, duly seconded. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved and the ground rules for the conduct of the committee hearings of the Quadcom is hereby approved.
Mr. Chairman,
Congressman Fernandez?
yes, I have received a copy of the motion for reconsideration that was taken by the resource person that we cite in contempt by the name of Ms. Baterna. And I just received the copy of the supplemental motion that was relayed to me by the COMSEC. Since we have manifested that we will be moving to elevate all the issues of the POGOs in the Quadcom. So this issue pertains now to the decision of the Quadcom. But since I think we just received this reconsideration that she filed, then maybe we can discuss this on Friday when we will have our first hearing for the Quadcom.
Okay, thank you, Chairman Fernandez. Yes, allow me to confirm that there's a letter. We are in receipt of a letter, a motion for recon by one of the resource persons who were cited for contempt and detained, presently detained at the premises of the House of Representatives. Since the chair of the principal committee that heard the issue on POGO asks the chair to defer decision on the said motion for recon until our next hearing of the Quadcom. Are there any objections? So hearing none, the decision of the Quadcom on the motion for recon by Ms. Ronaldin Baterna is hereby deferred. Chairman Fernandez?
Mr. Chair, I'm just wondering if we're going to have a first hearing of the Quadcom on Friday. Would it be possible for us to invite the resource persons on that Quadcom hearing on Friday? Inviting separately, or we're going to invite all those resource speakers right now? Dito na. So I think with that, Mr. Chairman, if we're going to invite all those resource persons, so since I have people in mind to be invited already, I will be submitting to this Quadcom the persons to be invited on Friday.
Chairman.
Okay, thank you, Congressman Fernandez. Congressman Paduano?
Chairman, before we proceed with the selection of the invitees for next hearing, let me manifest and for the record, Mr. Chairman, that we have in our custody as of now, Ms. DC Quiros that was cited in contempt last week, no? But of course, the violation of Ms. Quiros was related to letter C of our Section 11, in violation of refusal to answer relevant questions in relation to the regular acquisition of properties in Mexico, Pampanga by Eddie Tiang and Associates. So, Mr. Chairman, I just want to manifest and put on record that the contempt order from Mr. Guerrero stays on the Committee of Public Accounts, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Chairman Paduano. So, there are no other motions from any from the members present. We now proceed.
Mr. Chair?
Congresswoman
Mr.
Rosas.
Chair, I would like to be appraised yung sa Friday na Quadcom meeting again. Is it a hearing proper na, Mr.
Yes.
Chair? And it's an on-site hearing, Mr. Chair, in Mexico, Pampanga?
Okay.
Bacolor, Pampanga, ma'am.
In Bacolor, Pampanga.
Yeah,
So, okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm just clarifying, Mr. Chair, kasi if we would want the witnesses to be there, kailangan po, limbawa, kung hindi naman related sa iba pang mga, hindi natin sila maiimbita doon sa on-site hearing. So, we will reserve it for another hearing. No? Ganun na lang. Ganun, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Kasi kung hindi rin mako-question doon, because marami pang questions or marami pang witnesses doon na directly involved doon sa Pampanga issue, baka sa next hearing na lang natin i-invite, ibig sabihin yung iba, na mga
Okay.
witnesses and ano.
Mr. Chair.
The first Quadcom hearing will be on August 16, Friday. The venue will be Bacolor in municipality. The Senior Deputy Speaker will share the venue for the first Quadcom hearing.
Well, we will have the first Quadcom regular hearing in Villa de Bacolor Convention Center located in Bacolor, Pampanga. So, I will send you all the details at yun ang napili ng ating mga members and the chairman para doon natin po igawin yung ating, it is first, chairman?
This is the first.
First Quadcom public hearing. So, I'll set the sketch, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
What time tayo, Mr. Chairman? Anong oras? Start?
I think we'll
9?
start 9 in the morning.
9, okay.
10 in the morning. So the invitation will be sent to the members within today by the secretariat. So the COMSECs of the 4 committees, you are directed as well to inform all the members of your respective committees that there will be a Quadcom hearing on August 16, Friday at Bacolor, Pampanga.
Pampanga. I think we will send also para malaman lang ng ating local government. Siyempre, Pampanga yun, ating governor, tsaka mayor ng Bacolor siguro.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Let it be
Congressman Fernandez.
clarified that the reason why we're having a on-site hearing, we have decided, the members of the Quadcom, to have an on-site primarily because there's some resource speakers that nagiging reason yung nasa Pampanga sila, malayo, especially those incorporators that never attended our hearings. And that's the reason why we wanted to place the hearing on the site itself para at least hindi na rin mahirapan yung mga taga ron. And one more thing is that nagbabudget hearing po tayo. And because all the rooms are being used for the budget hearing, that's the reason why we're trying to go out and doon po natin mai-conduct yung ating hearing. So basically, Mr. Chair, I will be submitting all those resource speakers that will be invited on the next hearing on Friday.
Mr. Chair, just a manifestation lang, Mr. Chair, doon sa sinabi ni Chairman Dan Fernandez. Mr. Chair, kasi gusto naming makakuha ng kopya ng mga invitees na witnesses and so we can interpolate, so we can prepare for the interpolation for Friday. Kasi po, baka yung iba doon hindi namin matatanong, tas crucial pala na matanong. So Mr. Chair, gusto sana naming makakuha ng kopya beforehand, Mr. Chair.
Okay, the Secretariat, the Chair takes note of the request of Congresswoman Broses, and the Secretariat is directed to furnish copies of the list of our resource persons to be invited for our first Quadcom hearing on Friday. So, as soon as we're done with the list, we will provide the members the names of all the resource persons to be invited. Okay?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. Kasi mahalaga yung agenda setting for that particular, kasi para hindi din yung mga witnesses natin iba-iba, di ba? Kung saan siya bagay na pumunta, doon siya pupunta, lalo na kung on-site hearing yun. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
The manifestation is noted. To add to the information shared by Chairman Dan Fernandez as to the reason why we're doing an on-site, a public hearing outside of the premises of the House of Representatives. First venue will be in Pampanga because the drugs that were discovered in Mexico, Pampanga, as well as the presence of illegal pogos operating in the province of Pampanga in Porac and in...
It started with the land acquisition, irregular...
And likewise, the land acquisition by foreign nationals in the province of Pampanga as well. So, the next part of the agenda would be for other matters. If there are other matters any member would like to discuss, unless there are none.
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair.
Congressman Abante, you're recognized.
Can we have the hearing at 10 in the morning? Because we'll still be traveling and it will take about 1 or 2 hours from others to be traveling. We can see here that many of our members are gone already. So,
Okay.
because they are very much involved in the budget hearing.
Okay.
And also, secondly, Mr. Chair, if we could be able to now talk about the resource persons that we would like to invite, some of them, perhaps.
Okay. Instead of 9 a.m., there's a request to do it 10 a.m. Any objections from any of the members? 10 a.m., August 16. Okay, so there are no violent objections from any member. Therefore, 10 a.m. it is.
Mr. Chair, in relation to what the good chairman of the Committee on Human Rights manifested with regards to the invitees that will be manifested on this Quadcom right here and right now, I think it is the right of every chairman or members to submit the invitees. But ako, what I feel right now is for the members of the Committee on Public Order to submit to us directly their issues that they wanted to tackle. But later on, I will be putting on the Viber group yung issues that we will be tackling with regards to the public order and safety issues, especially on POGOs. But of course, kung members will submit their invitation on the invitees already right now, then I have no reason to say no to that.
Okay. Thank you, Congressman Fernandez.
May I, Mr. Chair, may I inquire if the members of each committee can attend via Zoom? Do we allow attendance of the members via Zoom?
Nasa ground rules, di ba? Nasa ground rules. Via Zoom. It can be. It
Yes,
can be.
only if it is
Yes.
authorized by the speaker.
Yes, nasa ground rules.
Upon the approval of the speaker, it says.
Yeah.
I ask this question, Mr. Chair, because if Zoom will not be allowed, then may we request the committee secretaries to verify who the members will be attending so that we can ensure a quorum. Kasi out of town yan, baka magka-problema tayo ng quorum if we will not allow Zoom. So ngayon pa lang, or tomorrow, then dapat mag-head count na yung mga committee secretaries, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Congressman Pimentel. Yes, we agree that, but the ground rule clearly states that online will only be authorized if there's an approval from the office of the speaker. So if there's a request from majority of the members of the 4 different committees, then perhaps the speaker would allow and authorize an online attendance.
Mr. Chair, considering that this will be the first hearing of the Quadcom, kailangan may show of force tayo. So I suggest we will not allow the attendance of the members through Zoom. We need the bodies, we need the head count, so that we can show that the House of Representatives is in solidarity or united behind this move of the Congress. Ngayon lang po nangyari ito na may Quadcom. So this is a super committee. And then we go there to Pampanga, it's televised, and nobody is there. Puro naka-Zoom. I think that will be not good for us sa optics. So Mr. Chair, therefore, I suggest that we will not allow attendance by Zoom.
I absolutely agree with you, Congressman Johnny Pimentel. Like what I said earlier, that the rules allowed it only after there is a tacit approval from the office of the speaker. Wala po tayong dinagdag dyan, and because even if there was a request and still the office of the speaker will not allow it, there will be no online hearings or attendance coming from the members. So again, the rules is clear. It has to have the approval of the speaker to allow online participation among the members of Congress. Anything else would you like to discuss? It's very clear that kailangan ng approval ng Office of the Speaker. So wala na? Okay, meron pa.
I think we have so much that had been tackled. So I think we need the motion, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chair, before we adjourn, again, I have some apprehensions with regards to the Zoom attendance. As I've said, this is a very historic hearing. So if it is proper, Mr. Chair, I would like to move that we will not allow Zoom attendance.
Okay, earlier we asked the members for their amendments, no? If there are any. Since no one has, except for Congresswoman Luistro, who has introduced amendments where the body has approved and adopted, is there a motion now to amend again the rules that we have just approved?
Mr. Chair, again, as I've said, if the body is amenable, I move that we amend the ground rules that we will not allow Zoom meetings in this case.
Okay. There is a motion. Julie
Second.
Second, Mr. Chair.
No, Mr. Chairman, because all of our members who were here a while ago, they are attending the budget hearing on committee on the Department of Agriculture. Maybe I would suggest that maybe we can have a 2-minute suspension and the COMSECs be allowed to call those members even by phone, no? Makita lang po natin yung kanilang concurrence doon sa motion po ni Congressman Governor Pimentel, Johnny Pimentel. So at least we can somehow feel no that meron tayong approval doon po sa motion ni Congressman Pimentel.
Is there... Hindi, because the rules is very clear. Sinabi doon sa rules, the ground rules that we just approved, na kailangan ng approval ng speaker. Oh, now,
With that, Mr. Chairman, probably the good gentleman from Surigao can
Mr. Chair,
withdraw
no
his
problem.
motion.
Anyway, it is upon approval of the speaker. Then we will request the speaker, since it's the first hearing, kahit na first hearing man lang. Pag dahil na sa succeeding hearings, kahit na wala. So therefore, I'm withdrawing my motion and let the speaker decide on this matter.
okay, the motion of Congressman Pimentel is now withdrawn after explaining that the rules is very clear that there must be an approval of the speaker to allow participation of our honorable members via online. So, any other matters you wish to discuss? There's now a motion to adjourn. There's a motion to adjourn. Okay, there's a motion to suspend the Quadcom hearings and duly seconded. Hearing no objection, the motion is approved and adopted. The session is now suspended. Thank you again for your participation.